The career coaches are Virginia Highlands Community College staff members in the high schools who work with the high school seniors, juniors on what to do after high school. The Reality Store is a glimpse of the real world costs after high school. It teaches the students how much insurance is, gas is for a car, and it's all based on educational levels that are given to them through a budget sheet / life sheet that they get to see the differences on different lifestyles based on their educational level. And the things that the students get to learn are how much insurance costs, how much child care costs, how much a house costs, and because of this budget sheet they have to go through, and some different expenses that they have to take care of that are both required and conditional based on if they have any children or pets. And if, depending on how many children they have, depends on how big of a house they have to have, and depending on how many kids they have also depends on how big of a car or what kind of car they can have. And then their educational level determines their base pay as well for the careers and how much money they get to spend throughout the Reality Store based on a month expenses. Juniors at all of the 7 local high schools in the VHCC service region, and there's usually over 1,000 11th graders that attend the event, and they each have about 45 minutes in the session, and we always have over 70 volunteers. That includes VHCC volunteers and local businesses. We've been able to get local businesses from housing companies. We've had banks, local banks and local credit unions attend, as well as local car dealerships. Those are just a few of the examples, and also insurance companies as well. Well, the lessons we learned were just to keep the students moving, and then once they get started they're a little bit hesitant, but once they get started they get moving and they really get into it, and they try and sometimes it's find the cheapest deals, or it's trying to see how many cars they can buy, and then by the end of the event they're like, oh, I have to pay for child care. They forget about some important things that they don't really think about as a 17 or 18-year-old. But this event really gets them thinking about the different costs of real life. And then the careers are assigned just based on the students choosing a cluster, and then it's just randomly given within that cluster a career. So the students don't get to choose a specific job, but they get to choose a career. I think it breaks down the socioeconomics part of it, and so we may have a student that wants to become a doctor in real life, but they'll be given a health science career, and so they may be a nurse or a medical assistant for this event, and so they get to see the different costs. But after the event they go to discussion rooms of all the students who are also in the health science career or similar careers, so they get to see all the different careers at the end of the event and find out how some people are living based on the different careers. We have students always asking to come back, and we also have parents hoping to get their students to come back as well. They just find this so valuable and fun that they just want to keep coming back, and they don't realize that they're learning, they're having so much fun.